Hi, this is Ms. Cyberling, and today we're going to be thinking about dystopian. So, dystopian fiction is part of speculative fiction, which kind of encompasses like futuristic, supernatural elements into a story. And dystopian is where you take sort of like almost what's going on and you put a slight twist on like if just a few more people had power, or if like some sort of like societal norms became slightly different than they were, what would that world look like? So The Handmaid's Tale is a very popular book by Margaret Atwood in this genre, where it sort of envisions what life would be like if men had more power, if religion came to be in a more sort of like universal way that sort of ruled the government. And so it's usually a dark cautionary genre. So to kind of maybe give a hint of like, we need to check ourselves because if we don't, this is what reality could be like. So I'm going to read you an example of a little paragraph that I wrote in this genre. The sky flashed red as Eka adjusted her mask. The filter needed to be replaced. Shrapnel had cut through the thin plastic, but the collective only administered goods at the new moon. Be grateful, her bedmate always said when Eka complained. It could be worse. Then she'd whine about how she was fed lab-grown meat at her last posting. Eka was plotting an escape with some of the other women, but had no intention of sharing her plans with Ms. Gratitude. 5 hover tanks blew by Eka, leaving her in a cloud of exhaust. The collective was invading St. Louis, or what used to be St. Louis. They had already occupied everything to the east. The more that was taken, the fewer options there were. So we're going to do a little prompt so that you can practice thinking about this genre and maybe what you would write about if you were writing a book. So get out your computer, piece of paper, whatever you like. This is a prompt from my book, The Young Writer's Fiction Workbook, which you can get on Amazon. Think of something that bothers you politically or socially. What would make it worse? What could happen if societal structures shifted or if certain people received more power? Who in power would be dangerous with more control? Write a doctrine. It's basically like a codification of beliefs for this near world from the point of view of the people in power. Include at least 3 principles that everyone must live by. And if you like that prompt, you could take that doctrine and then like make a whole first chapter based on the rules that you come up with. So I hope you had fun. This is again from my book, The Young Writer's Fiction Workbook. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon for another instruction